This is the employee class. Initialize, we have set first name, last name, their salary, department, and we have a class variable to count the number of employees, which starts out at 0, so every time we initialize, we will increment the count. Some getters and setters, and a method to concatenate the name to one string. We have a string function here to return everything using string formats. Full-time employee will accept the employee class. It will initialize that based on past information. It'll set medical plan, how much they plan to save for retirement. Some getters and setters, the string function for that. So initializing, we haven't actually created any employees yet, so we should get a count of 0, which we do. So after we make a couple employees and stop, we should get 2, which we do. And then we initialize a few more employees. We collect those employees into a list. Define an average function which will iterate over all the employees in the list, add up their sum salary totals, and then divide by the length of the list, give us the average. We're going to display the full list here, make a couple of changes to it. Then we're changing Peter Parker's salary to $16.21, and then we're going to compute and show the average salary, which comes to $19.72, and then we're going to print out the full list again, and now we should have 4 employees by looking at that class variable, and there's 4. Web scrape here, we are going to look at the deep learning wiki page. We're going to grab the code from the page. We're going to use Beautiful Soup to convert that into something that Python can understand. We're going to search through that to find the title tag, and then we're going to print the result of that title tag, since there should only be one. And we get Deep Learning Wikipedia. We're going to then find all of the anchor tags in there, and then we're going to iterate through all of those anchor tags. We're only going to look to see if there's actually an href in there, because if it doesn't have that, it will crash. Then we're going to grab all of them that actually have an external link, get the link, and then we're going to print out the link. And there's a bunch of links there. Alright. Here we're using NumPy to create a vector of length 15 from 0 to 20 inclusive, hence the +1. Just printing out that vector, and then we're going to sort that vector in ascending order. We're just going to create a couple of holder variables to compare against, and then we're going to iterate through that vector to compare the previous numbers and count them as we go. If it changes, and if the count is greater than max, we set max to that previous count, and then just continue incrementing until we get to the end of the list. At the end of the list, we do one final check, since there's nothing in the for loop that will allow us to check that, and then we're going to print the result. So here we have the mode is 1, and it appears 3 times. So here's the original list. We've got 1, 1, 1, 2 1s, 3 1s. We've got 1, 2 4s, 2 0s, 1, 2 14s.